back to another video. So today we're going to be doing a different kind of video. I don't think I've ever done one of these. We're going to be doing an anti-haul. So just stuff I won't be buying this year. It's just stuff that, like, you know, I look at and it's not like either aesthetically pleasing or something. It just doesn't catch my eye and it's not something I want to spend my money on. If it is something that I end up receiving or, you know, seeing a person, I change my mind, then so be it. You know, I haven't played with any of the formulas of these certain items, so, you know, they could be different in person, so if I ever receive them, I'll definitely play with them and see how I feel about them, but from straight off the bat, I won't be purchasing them personally. But, you know, if you like these products, then please purchase them. Like, you know, I'm sure that there's going to be some of these products that you're like, dude, the heck, go get this. But personally, I just won't be getting them. So I'm going to be inserting the pictures up on the screen. I took some screenshots, so yeah. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube do videos like this. Like, I've seen, I believe it was Laura Lee do this. I've seen, who else did this? Enchanted Rose Beauty has done a few of these, and many other people have done lots of these on YouTube, so I just wanted to give it a shot, show you guys my opinions on these, and yeah, this is no hate to any of the brands. Like, I'm sure the brands are great. I mean, a few of these brands I've definitely loved their products. These are just not something that I want to particularly play with. So the first one that I have up here is the Fenty Beauty Cream Contour Sticks. The only reason that I don't really want to get these is because when she came out with her matchsticks the first time, I was very excited about them and I got them, but they were very hard to blend out, I found, and it just wasn't really worth it to me. I didn't really reach for it that often, and I ended up donating it because I wasn't reaching for it. It just didn't really work out for me, and I felt like it was a little more glittery for that, like the highlight that I got. Now, you know, this probably is like a revamped formula, and like I said, if I get it, then I get it, but I don't think I'll be purchasing these. She comes out with like great products, like the Heat Balm from like the lip gloss, perfect, absolutely love it. And I love her highlighters, like I do love her formula, but it's just the cream sticks, you know, there was lots of things, and a lot of people said the same thing, like there was just a lot of negative reviews and just things people didn't like and I didn't like about the first matchsticks, and it's just not something that I want to spend my money on right now to possibly have the same results. I just found that they didn't blend that nicely on me, and you know, with trying to stay on a budget, it's just not something I want to take the chance on. Alright, so the next thing I'm pulling up are these Colourpop palettes. With Colourpop, like, I love Colourpop, but they come out with so much, it's hard to keep up with, and, you know, by the time I find out there's a launch, it's already sold out. So, it's just, they come out with so much, it's just hard to keep up and hard to be excited for all of them. And a lot of people say the same thing, but, you know, that's what works for them, so that's what works for them. But these are just a particularly launch that I don't think I'll be purchasing. They are really cute. It's the All the Buzz collection, so they're like little bugs, because there's the Wannabe, the Go Fly, and the Glow something. I can't read that. But these color schemes are just not something that speaks to me. My shoulder's starting to go. But these are just not something that speaks to me. Especially like the pink palette. You know, there's not a lot of pinks in there. There's one pink and like there's a blue and browns. And it's just not really a color scheme that makes sense. And a lot of Colourpop palettes, I've noticed their color scheme is a little off for their theme. And it just doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, like, maybe it makes sense to them and that's what matters. But this palette, especially the pink, just doesn't make sense to me. And the highlights just don't look like they'd work for me. They just don't look like they're very universal. I could be wrong with just the picture, but it's just not something that I'm really into. And again, with the pink palette, why is there a bright blue Super Shock shadow? Why is the bright blue not with the bright blue palette? You know, I would have thought that with these palettes that the blue palette would have had like a lot more blues in it, and the pink would have had more pinks. The only one that kind of makes sense is the yellow palette. I would have added a little bit more yellows, but at least that one kind of makes sense a little bit more. Yeah, so I just, it's just not something that really makes sense to me, and not something that I'm really excited for, so I just won't be purchasing it. The next is the Desert Sage collection from Profusion. I love Profusion. I think that they're a great brand, but this just doesn't speak to me. My shoulder's really going, jeez. But this just doesn't really speak to me. It's very summery, desert, and you know, like, it's cute, but I feel like the shades are just a little too small for my kind of liking. I like bigger pan size, and the lashes are cute, but I don't really like the style or the colors of the lashes. I like just a, you know, fluffy little black lash, but that's my preference, you know. I feel like this palette is really cute. It's got cute shades in it, but it's got some greens, but it looks like it's only got like 3 greens. I would add a little bit more green. Maybe like take out the blues or something and add more greens. Maybe take the pink. I don't know. I just feel like they should have added more greens to this palette. And the brushes and the, like, I like the faux snake skin brush bag, but again, that's just not something I'm really into. Like, it's cute, but it's just not something I'm into. And with the brushes, like, I like brushes. Brushes are great. So, that, yeah. And the sponge is cute. It's just not the sponge shape I really like. But yeah, other than that, you know, like, it's a cute collection. So, like, if you want it, definitely go get it. It is a really cute collection. I'll give them that. It's just not something that really excites me, nor do I want it. Yeah, like, the shades just, they don't really speak to me. Okay, so the next thing is this Catching Clouds by Essence. It's really cute, but it's just not something that really excites me. There's no really wow factor to it for me. It's very plain, but at the same time not. Like, I can see why people would like this. Like, it's a very beautiful color of lip shade, and it's really beautiful highlight shade. I'm assuming that's a highlight. And it's a really cute little collection. It's just not something that, like, is really screaming to me, and there's not a lot of wow factor that is catching my attention. And if I'm going to be spending money, I want a little bit of a wow factor. Alright, so the next one is the Giraffe Collection. From Shante Ciale. I don't really know what brand this one is from. I just saw this on Trend Mood, and first of all, for a 4-pan eyeshadow, $74. Right off the bat, that's a no. I don't care what kind of company you are. I don't care if you are, like, the most well-known company. I'm not spending $74 on your palette unless I am rich. And that's gotta be like, I can give somebody $100,000 and not even care about it kind of thing. But while I'm living off of Kraft Dinner and cereal, now spending $74 on a palette. So that is really just insane to me for $74 for a 4-shadow palette. That works out to this per shade. Yeah. Plus, the shades are just not even they're not even that, like, wow factor. Like, they're neutral. Like, I get it, it's giraffe, but why a giraffe? Just why a giraffe? That's what gets me. Why a giraffe? Like, giraffes are great. I love leopard moose camels. But leopard moose camels? I love leopard snake camels. But I just don't get it. I don't get why the giraffe. And I don't get why, like, you would think, well, I mean, I guess it does sell since they're putting it there, but $74? You really gotta love giraffes. Like, you gotta love giraffes to want to spend that. Yeah, the shades just don't speak to me. I don't feel like you can create an honest look with these. I just feel like they're just a little too, you know, not complete. But you know that if that's what you want, then get it. Yeah, it's just those shades don't speak to me, and like, it's a cute size and it's a cute little thing with the giraffe, but I still don't get $74 for the giraffe. And then these lip products, you know, they're pretty, but $48. They're not pretty enough. Yeah. And they just got little giraffes on them. Like, honestly, if these were like $20 and under, I'd get it just for the giraffe. But not for $48 and not for $74. That's a bit much. So that's a no. I'm not getting that. Okay, so the next one is Pixie x Hello Kitty. Honestly, I really like Hello Kitty, and I love Pixie, so I actually might be picking up a few of these. It's just off the bat, you know, it's just not something that really caught my attention. But honestly, like I said, looking at it again, I might pick it up just because I like Hello Kitty. So don't at me if you see me using these products. But it just doesn't really seem like the pink one does seem very Hello Kitty-like, but the second one doesn't really scream Hello Kitty to me, but maybe that's because I haven't watched it in years. It's been a long time. But yeah, it is cute. It's just, I don't know, just something about it just isn't screaming to me. Okay, so the next thing is the Morphe Sweetest Tea 35T Artistry Palette. To me, you know, I love Morphe products. They come out with some really good things. A lot of them are hit and miss though, but they do come out with good things. But this palette, it just, there's so many other palettes that have the same shades as this, and a lot of the Morphe palettes already have these shades, and I already have a lot of these colors, so it just doesn't really scream to me to get this, as I do have a lot of palettes with these colors. And I mean, the purples are beautiful, and same with all the warm tones. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't scream to me of something that I want. Maybe if they added more purple, but it's just not screaming to me. You know, it's not calling my name. And for me to spend money, it's gotta be calling my name. Alrighty, so the next one is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess Healthy Glow Bronzer for $45. You know, it is a very beautiful. I gotta give them that. It is a gorgeous layout. And it is a gorgeous product. But it is not something I would reach for. And I know that because my bronzers, I like to have one color. I like to just have one color in my bronzer. And if I like to change out my color, I'll grab another shade of bronzer. But I don't like mixing my bronzers with I just don't like these kind of products because then you like you always get like a different shade. And you know, some people love that, you know? And it looks like they have a little bit of blush in the middle. And I don't know if that's like bronzer or highlight or what it is inside of it, but to me, it's just, those aren't products that I typically reach or go for just because I'm not a fan of mixing my bronzers like that with other products or other shades. I just find that on me, they look muddy when I do that, so it's just not something for me. It's not something I want to spend $45 on just to not even use it, so that's my thought process on that. And the next one is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess Nude eyeshadow palette for $60. Now, this is a gorgeous component. But for $60, you know, the shades, they just aren't it for me. I do love the shimmery blue. Like, that is, if I was buying that palette, I'd buy it for that color. I think that is stunning. But these shades, they just aren't screaming at me. They just aren't something that is for me. They're not something I'd really reach for. I don't wear a lot of blue. The neutrals are beautiful, but it doesn't look like they have a lot of mattes. I see like they have, it's about equal for the shades. I don't know. It also just looks kind of small, but like I said, this is a picture. It's just for $60. These aren't the shades that I would go for. There's much more shades that represent what I like that I can spend my $60 on. So just not something I'd spend on this. But the component is beautiful, so I can see why the price is up there, because the component is gorgeous itself. Okay, so the next one is the Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy Luxe Eyeshadow Quads for $58. Right off the bat, $58 for 4 shadows. Come on. That is, you're paying for the name. But these shadows, they're just not it, you know? There's just not something I'd spend $58 on for 4 shadows when I can spend $20 on a 20 shadow palette. Or I can go to Wet n Wild, get the same thing for like $4. You know, if you love Estee Lauder, like I love them. They are a great brand. But I much prefer to save my coin and spend it on other things. I do love makeup, but I love food too. And living. So. But these shadows, like even if I was going to spend the $58, these shadows just are not it for me. They're not the color scheme I would go for. They're not really colors that I particularly am drawn to. So it's just not something that I'd really enjoy. Plus, when you're spending $58 for a freaking 4-pan eyeshadow, can we get something else other than these freaking little shadow wands? So annoying. I hate those things. I always toss them, and it's always like, why would I spend $58 on something that I'm pretty much tossing? You know, like, can't they just make them a little bit bigger and put in like an actual nice eyeshadow brush? Like, you're spending $58 on this thing. Put a nice eyeshadow brush in, or don't put it all and have bigger pans. Yeah. Okay, so another one is the Tom Ford Smoky Quartz Eye Color Quad Cream for $89. Once again, 4 shades for $89. And you get those eyeshadow things again. When you're spending nearly $100 on a eyeshadow palette, I would expect to have a nice brush in it. You know, you don't have to have a huge brush. You could have like a smaller brush, but at least a nice one. It's almost $100 you're spending on this, and it's 4 shades. 4. And they're not even that nice. Like they're nice, but they're not even like that nice, you know? I would not be spending $89 on this thing. Not at all. Ever. Ever. Not even if they put a nice brush in. Like, what is even the point of those brushes? No one, like, if you do your makeup with those, then good on you. Like, you're the hero of the makeup world if you can do makeup with those things. But I can't. They drive me insane. I toss them. Yeah, I would not be spending $89 on this. Stop putting them in and just make the palette bigger. Same with these Dior ones. These are the 5 Couleurs Couture limited edition palettes. You know, the color scheme is pretty. But again, they are $62. You're only getting 5 shades and they are small, and you're getting those stupid eyeshadow things again. For $62, make the shadows bigger. Yeah, so I would just not be purchasing this. $62 is just way too insane for me. Once again, these colors are just not it for me, and I really hate those eyeshadow things. So $62 for this? No. No, thank you. Okay, so this limited edition Miss Dior makeup palette for $110. And this is Europe dollars. Europe dollars. Yeah. So I'm going to be putting up what these are in Canadian because these are not Canadian. Right off the bat, no. Would not be spending $110 or whatever it is. It looks like there's a nail polish, I want to say, or glitter topper. I don't really know what it is. It looks like a nail polish, but it also could be a glitter topper. But either way, I wouldn't pay that to be in the palette. Maybe if that was included with the palette, like separately but included, you know, like a bundle. But I don't really like that it's in the palette. You know, they got a better brush this time. I gotta give them that. They got a better eyeshadow brush, so that's good. It looks like they have a blush, 3 shadow shades, and I want to say a lipstick or lip balm in here. But for $110, this just isn't it. I don't really know how to describe it, but this just, it screams Claire's makeup. And that's nothing against the brand or nothing against Claire's. I love Claire's. I grew up with Claire's. Claire's was my thing. And I really want to do a video where I go to Claire's and pick out a bunch of stuff because I like Claire's. But this just really screams Claire's to me. Like, this seems like something I'd go and buy at Claire's. It's just not really screaming high-end makeup for me. It's not screaming $110. It's not really screaming luxurious. It really looks like a kid's palette that you would go buy at Claire's. And honestly, if it was at Claire's, I would pick it up. So, yeah. Okay, so these Rouge Dior New Look Limited Edition for $45. Just, I love these colors. I have a lot of other colors that look just like this. Dior is a great brand, but, you know, for $45, I'd rather just go to Wet n Wild, get a $2 one, or, you know, Colourpop's got some good ones. Elf, what other brands? You know, Jeffree Star's got good ones. He's got good lips products for like $18. Laura Lee, she's got good ones. I think they're like $22 or something. Yeah, Morphe. There's just so many good, affordable brands out there that I'd rather buy my lip products from than spending $45 on a lipstick. That is really if you love the packaging, and I do love the packaging. I think the packaging is really adorable. It's just not something I spend $45 on. Yeah, just for me, $45 is for these lip products. You know, they're the same colors that you can get anywhere, especially like Marc Jacobs. These are the same colors you can get at Marc Jacobs. It's just not something that screams to me. It's not something I want to spend $45 on. Alrighty, so the next one are these. I believe these are Physician Formula. They are very adorable, like absolutely adorable. But like I said earlier with the other bronzer, I don't like to mix my shades unless, like, you know, I'm purposely diving into 2 shades. But here it's just if I wanted to use one of the shades, they're just too small for me to dip my brush in. And they're just not something that I feel like I would be reaching for that often. I'm just not a fan of having multiple colors like that. You know, if it was bigger, that you can just dive your brush into one if you wanted to, or swirl if you want all of them, that'd be great. But with them being the size that they are, it's just not something I want. And the Flower blush is gorgeous, but again, not something I'm into. And then the next one is this Matte Monet Butter Shadow from Physicians Formula for $12.99. Great price, you know, very affordable. But the shades, to me, right off the bat, they look like they'd be chalky. But like I said, that's a picture. Don't take my word for it. That's a picture. Is that a shadow? Weird. But these shades just aren't it for me. They aren't something that would work for me. They're not something that I'd reach for, and they're just not colors that I'd enjoy. So to me, spending $12.99 on this just would be a waste of money, since they're not a color scheme that I enjoy. I do love neutrals, but this just seems a little too neutral for me. Okay, so this Too Faced Major Love Mini Eyeshadow Palette for $27. It's cute. I love the camo. And I'm guessing Major Love isn't like Valentine's Day love. I guess it's like Major Love, like a military kind of thing, like military major, and her name's Love. I don't know. I'm reading into it. I'm just guessing because the camo doesn't really scream Valentine's Day. But the color scheme is cute, but, you know, when I think of Major Love, I think of Valentine's Day, and I think of reds and pinks, not military. Which you think I would, since my dad's in the military, but no, I just think of reds and pinks. And to me, this just doesn't really scream that. It also, like, it's just, even if it is to do with the military or anything, it's camo. To do with that, there's only one green shade. And like, with the palette being camo and there only being one green shade in it, I would have added a little bit more, at least like maybe a matte green or something like that. There's 2 green shades, my bad. But I would have added at least one matte green shade. I don't really know why there's a random pink in there, but maybe it's to do with the love. But the color scheme just doesn't make sense to me, and the palette doesn't make sense. Just right off the bat of looking at a photo. Maybe if I saw it in person, it would make more sense. But honestly, with the photo, it just doesn't, and it's just not something I'd want. Okay, the Too Faced Ethereal Eyeshadow Palette for $45. I think it's really cute. I love the idea of it. $45, you know, that's up there, but it's not terrible for the amount of shades you are getting, but it's up there. But this color scheme, again, I think it's something I'd find at Claire's. And I don't say that, like, as a harsh thing. Like, I'm sure that one day if I ever come out with a makeup brand, I'm sure someone's going to say the same thing. That's something you get at Claire's. because it probably would be, because I love Claire's. It's just, to me, this is just something I feel like I'd play with when I was younger, not so much now. The shades are beautiful, so like I would, you know, love the palette if I did get it, but it's just not something I want to spend $45 on. I don't think it's something I'd reach for. Yeah. I do love the butterflies though, so maybe I'll get it just for the butterflies. So the two Femme Blush from Too Faced for $30. Right off the bat, I would not spend $30 on a blush. Okay, I would. I have. But it's just not something that, like, again with the butterflies being a different color in here, and I believe they are little highlighters, it's just not something that I'd really want to spend $30 on. It's not something I'd use. I'm not a fan of glittery blushes, so it's just not for me. Okay, so this is from Pat McGrath Labs. This is $88. You get 6 shades. They don't look that big. This is the Diamond of the First Water. This is a collab palette. They collabed with Bridgerton. I believe that's a show. I've heard of something like that. I don't know. But, you know, it's cute, and if you were into whatever Bridgerton is, I'm sorry, I'm sure this would be great for you, you know, like, I buy things that I'm into, like Nightmare Before Christmas collabs and stuff, so no hate on that at all. Like, I think these color schemes are gorgeous, but since I don't really know what that is, and nor do I watch it or anything, it's just not really screaming to me. It's not something I'm into, and it's not something I'd want to spend $88 on. And I understand that because of it being a collab, it is a little more expensive. Like the 3 blush trio is $70. That is not something I'd spend $70 on. They are gorgeous shades. Like, absolutely, they're gorgeous, and the packaging is gorgeous. Like, the components are gorgeous. But for somebody that doesn't really watch that, it's not something I'd want to spend $70 on. It's not something that really excites me. But if this is something that you like, that's great. Yeah, the Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter for $81. You know, it's really cool looking. Like, it's absolutely cool looking. It's just not something I'd spend $81 on. And it doesn't really look like it's a universal shade. Okay, sorry about that. My camera died. That's great. Let's get back into this. Okay, so like I was saying, the highlighter, gorgeous. Doesn't really look like it's very universal, but like I said, it might just be the only one that is shown. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that is the only one that they have. The picture that is pressed into the highlight, stunning. I know it's from Bridgerton. But yeah, it's just not something I spent $81 on. But if that's your favorite thing, go do it. Okay, and the other thing is the Tartelette Full Bloom Amazonian Clay Palette. I love Tarte, but for $52, all these shades, they're in every single palette out there. It's just not something that is calling my name. It's not something I'd want to spend $52 on. You get lots of shades for it, so like, you know, there's nothing wrong with the palette. I think that they're great shades. Like, they're beautiful. It's put together well. It's just not something that's like screaming. It's not wow factor. The shades are all the same shades you can get anywhere else for cheaper. It's just not something that's like, I need to spend $52 on this. Yeah, that's about it for that one. Okay, so the next one is these Jaclyn Hill lipsticks. I just won't be purchasing them just because, to be honest, the pictures kind of creep me out. No, but Jaclyn has had some issues with her launches, and you know, like, I am one that, like, forget kind of thing, or, well, I guess don't forget, but, like, forgive, move forward. And she handled it well, you know, like, she did the refund and everything, and her launches have been pretty good lately. Like, people love it. It's just not something that is really calling to me. It's not something I'm interested in, and it's not something that I want to spend my money on, just because of the past. I don't really like holding the past against people, but right now, when I'm on a budget, I can't afford to have any issues. But not saying that she'll have issues. I think that her products are, you know, they're beautiful, and she's a great influencer. I think she's, like, you know, pretty cool. And I'm happy that she, you know, learned from this and turned it around and, you know, took it back and came up with something better and really, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Improved. But it's just, these colors just aren't really for me. I say that as I'm wearing a red lip. I just found the Valentine's Day look, so that is why. It's just, I just wouldn't really wear these on a daily basis, and it's just not something that I'm interested in. They look gorgeous, and I'm sure people are going to love them. Just not something for me. Alrighty, looks like the last thing is the new Kylie Cosmetics Valentine's Day palette, or collection. I think it's gorgeous. I love the collection. I love the idea, all the hearts, the cherries. I don't really get, but cherries can be Valentine's Day. I think it's just random to have everything be hearts and then just have cherries. Like, literally, her lashes are in a heart-shaped container. Her highlighter's a heart. Her lipstick components are hearts. Her her shadow component thing is hearts. Her cream lipstick, or cream blushes are hearts, and then she just got cherries on her lipsticks. Just a bit odd. I love the packaging, especially like the cream blushers. I love the packaging. I think they're really cute, and I like the component of it, and like the little Cupid's crush packaging, really cute. I think the lashes are neutral and really pretty, and I think that I would love them, and they're very cute. The lip glosses look adorable. They look very small though, but you know, that's pop them in your purse kind of thing. They're great. The highlighter, you know, it's cute. I hope she's come up with more shades, not just the one, but it's cute. But the eyeshadow palette, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't really speak to me. It's not something I'm really into, and to be honest, for a Valentine's Day palette, it doesn't really scream Valentine's Day. Like the shimmer shades, gorgeous, absolutely love them. But where's the reds? Where like the burgundies, the reds, the pinks? Like, yeah, you got the 3 pinks, pink shimmers, but where's the matte pinks? And it looks like there's a red by the fire, but where's the deep red? Where's the burgundy? You know, just like Valentine's Day colors. And you know, like, you can wear these on Valentine's Day. Like, you don't have to be just pink and red for Valentine's Day. These are gorgeous colors. And if you want to wear an orange or a blue or a green, go do it. You wear whatever you want, and rock it. But when you're coming out with a Valentine's Day palette, you want it to just kind of represent Valentine's Day. And to me, orange and like army green and the greenish yellow, I don't really know how to describe these, but those colors but it just doesn't really scream Valentine's Day to me. The names are cute, like Adore You, You Up, Forever and Ever, Love Songs, Chocolate Strawberries, By the Fire. Like, all of these are really cute. I don't know, it's just, it doesn't scream Valentine's to me, and it's not something I'd want to spend my money on for a Valentine's Day collection. If you love Kylie Cosmetics, I'm sure this is a great palette, and I'm sure that you're going to love this, and I'm sure it's going to sell out in seconds. But again, just, it's not something that I'd reach for. It's not something I really, it didn't catch my attention, and it's not something I'm looking forward to. So I'm just going to pass on it. That's just my opinion though. Alright, so that is all I have for this video. There's probably a lot more, but I didn't want to, you know, have an hour video. So I just added these ones that I saw in Trend Mood and Allure. I just kind of searched up new launches and they showed up. But yeah, so that's all I have for today's video. These opinions are nothing but my own, and honestly, if you love these products, please go get them. And, you know, I am just basing this off of looking at the picture. I have not played with the formulas, looked at them in person, and my opinion can completely change if I look at it in person or play with the formula. But just looking at the picture, they're just not stuff I'm interested in. And with sticking to a budget, I really got to stick to things that are calling my name and things I'm interested in. Plus, I don't want to waste makeup. I don't want to buy something I'm not interested in and take that away from somebody that would be interested in it and just have it sit in my collection. That's not something I want to do. I think that if I'm not interested in it, I don't want to buy it, and that somebody who's interested can play with it and get it and enjoy it, and not have it go to waste. So, yeah, all these opinions are my own. All these brands are great. Like, every brand I mentioned here, they're great brands. So, like, don't take it as they aren't great brands. They are. Yeah. They're brands. But yeah, so that's my opinions on these products. They're just not ones I'm getting. I can do another video where it's ones that I'm really excited for if you are curious, of ones that I'll be going to get or trying to get. So comment down below if that is what you want. Just definitely let me know. And comment down below some things that you aren't going to be getting of launches that you have seen, things that aren't really that interesting to you, and things that are interesting to you. I would love to know what things that you are planning on getting or wanting to get. I'm always interested in what other people's interests are with makeup. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for a variety of content. I'm sure you'll find something you love, and all my socials are linked down in the description. As always, if you'd like to follow them, they're all going to be there, and I would love for you to join the family on all of the platforms. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!